Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well timed, excellent interception. Gavi looking to run onto it. And that's been won straight back. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rodrigo is in a really good position out wide. Rashford unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's heaved it away. He is through here. Has a go! Goal! First blood drawn.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. A real chance if he can get through. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Nice ball and he's in. Decent hit! Really well taken goal. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Nesta. Oh, played right into his path. Tries a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Swung into... And a header! And another try! Now that is commitment to the cause. It's their second corner of the game. Rudiger clears it away. Poor robust challenge. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nesta gets over and intercepts. He's been caught on it here. Floated through. De Ligt kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Forwards and with intent. No, that's been intercepted, and that is a little undercooked. Eto'o, it's Eto'o! And that has been cleared. Gavi. Neymar. Gavi is the team's great visionary. Costa Curta. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Rashford. This might spell danger. And he was alert to it. Casemiro. And here's Eto'o. He's going for goal! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Cruyff. Maldini. That's a good run down the left. Cruyff gets into some space. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. The final seconds now. Now it's Rashford, and he cuts out the supply. And we've reached half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it. Great hit! And it's a goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, he likes those, doesn't he? That's another one for his collection.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rummenigge. Rummenigge is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And he's gone looking for safety. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Great ball if he can get there. And he's now the finish! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence.
649.
Oh, that's a key interception. That has been cut short. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rashford! That carried quite a threat. Now it's Shevchenko. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Gavi. Casemiro.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. Corner number 2 then. And that has been knocked clear. And it's Ballet. He'll try from distance. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Just about up to 75 minutes. Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And now he has 2. So the lead now is 2.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
Rashford, and the finish! And that would have been game, set and match.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
Corner number 3 coming up. There's the header! And that's a real chance missed. Messi. Well read, nice interception. Aimed beyond the defence. Gavi in acres of space. And Messi! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, they're definitely going about things the right way, Peter. A goal soon can bolster energy levels now.
And he was quick to react. Neymar. Serginho. He's in a good position here. Great chance! They are rampant! And the lead is 3! It is surely done!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key.
He's had a shot! That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
That could spell trouble. That's a shade optimistic. Casemiro. Messi. Saliba calmly anticipates. Rashford. Casemiro. Neymar. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. So off we go then. David Villa. Lovely feet. There is the supremely talented Jack Wilshere. I wonder what sort of a role he's going to have here, Jim.
Well, he's very versatile, so I suspect he might play a combination of deep-lying midfielder, but also get forward and be a box-to-box presence.
What they say about him, a player with Spanish technique, but an English lion heart.
Not a bad comeback.
Can he finish? Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Prachuap finding themselves unexpectedly behind. David Villa. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Steve and Messi! And that's been... And again! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Wilshere. Messi. Well, there's the clearance. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Shevchenko. Nedved. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Looking here to chip it through. Hits one! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. That's a decent clearance. It's their second corner of the game. Prachuap are looking to go forward now. He'll try from distance. Now it's Messi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Neymar. Now, what about a counter-attack? And there's green grass ahead of him. Rummenigge. There's no flag. Cleared without complication. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Nedved. Bellingham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Stood up well to him there. Now this could be a chance. Neymar. Nedved. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
David Villa receives it in a good position here.
Villa, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got it.
And the shot! It's a loose ball.
There will be 1 minute.
He can get that time clear. And here's Bellingham. Great ball, and he's in here. David Villa! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. The midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. No changes at the interval from either side. Bellingham.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Casemiro calmly anticipates. Adams with the clearance. Costa Curta. Petit. And here's now the finish! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar. And it's Messi. Now it's Wilshere. Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, played right into his path. Prachuap can't breathe again. Just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
The attendance for this match was 71.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Prachuap clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, that's a key interception. Prachuap appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling.
Big chance! Really well taken goal. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Karl-Heinz.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Nedved.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Maradona is offering some sort of an apology there.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Luis Suarez. Now it's Shevchenko. And that has been clubbed away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That's a sharp pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Has a go! Well, now... And he's following up! He's got a goal! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. David Villa duly reaped his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Maldini. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Beckham. And he's there to retrieve it. David Villa. And the shot! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And surely that settles it.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
David Villa. He's had a shot! He's scored! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
4 added minutes has been
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And we're done. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Messi. Well, that is good. Super running. Has a look and has a go. Good strike, quite an alarm. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Messi. That's very neat. Shapes to shoot! It's a loose ball. Bellingham. Now then, Messi! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's got away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. David Villa. Rummenigge looking to penetrate opposition lines. There could be trouble here.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that could set him on his way. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. De Ligt kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Casemiro. Now it's Neymar. Rummenigge! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. Cruyff! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Wilshere really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Cruyff, he's onside. It's a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Bellingham. Oh, super find. Neymar! And again! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Played back in. Petit calmly anticipates. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And the game has already resumed here. David Villa and Messi! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He rises! Superb goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Petit. That's a sharp pass. And here's Cruyff. Rummenigge. Rummenigge! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
That's an excellent interception.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Neymar. Passes short and sharp. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
14, Johan Cruyff. Number 13, Emmanuel Petit.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
And here's Torres. David Villa. Nedved.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Lovely feet. Nedved. That's Nedved.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Back into the middle. And there's the shot! Now, who's in for the pieces? And the lead stays intact, just.
Oh, that'll be a major disappointment for him. That should have got his team back in the game.
Casemiro. And it's Maradona.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Costa Curta is there, and he can get that clear. Torres! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, but the two that closed them down merit the praise of a job well done.
Adams gathers from the goal kick. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
David Villa is onto it in a flash. Costa Curta, can he get onto this? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
3 minutes at a time.
And Beckham! Decent enough try.
Beckham just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
And that's been intercepted. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's good running with the ball.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's Messi. Well, clearly Uli Hoeneß was a great in his own right, but was also known as one half of a legendary strike partnership.
Yeah, and he was the more creative one, Peter. Likes to use the left side, a great dribbler who set up as many goals as he scored. He'll be asking questions of anyone on his side, just looking to try and get behind that defensive line.
Yeah, he has outstanding strength, of course, silky. And the finish! He scored! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
So, a breakthrough already. Rummenigge! And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Eto'o! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, crossbar! Costa Curta. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Brilliantly cut out. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Vieira. Messi bops him off it and wins back the ball. Messi really struggling to influence the game. There's the shot! They want to be quick to recover this.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Messi. And Messi! Just not quite happening for him just now.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter. And while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Costa Curta. Hoeneß. That's a sharp pass. Now there's a fight. Rummenigge! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had a beating of the keeper.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Lahm plays it short. And he's heaved it away. Lahm. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Rummenigge, and he's chosen to go back. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Gets his pass away. And Messi! Marvellous goal!
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rummenigge. Messi receives it in a good position here. Cannavaro. Now it's Messi. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2 on the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are back on the way. And it's Messi. And that could set him on his way. He's gone for goal! He has done it! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with 2 very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show.
Real chance! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating. We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
Neymar. Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted. Vieira. And here's Messi. Conte.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, super find. He has found the way through. Chance! No mistake! Into the lead once more.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Messi. Oh, that's delightful. He's in space and looking for options. Can he put it away? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Can he get it through? Cannavaro. Conte. Conte, the man that is tenacity personified. He won't be happy with that one. Vieira. And it's Vieira. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And that's been won straight back. And it's Messi. Messi. Oh, super! He's had a shot! Sticks it away! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most...
And Messi! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
They're up to 5 corners now. Lahm goes short. And here's a chance. Oh, should have put that away. Cruyff. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, easy pickings there.
There will be 3
That
minutes
is a little
added time.
undercooked. Rummenigge.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Costa Curta. Eto'o has found the net here, of course. And that is as far as it goes. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Irwin makes the interception. He's played him through. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, that looks a good ball through. He's found a way through. Great hit! Goal!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Nesta gets rid without sophistication. Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's been cut out, well played. And it's from Mario. To Nielsen, and he's played it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Neymar. And here's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
No, that's been intercepted. Neymar. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Knocks it back. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well read, nice interception. And that's been intercepted. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is a great pick out. And here's from Mario. Oh, that's neat. Oh, important interception. And he's there to clear it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when...
Real chance! It's in! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Chelsea are doing very nicely, thank you.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Chelsea applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Nesta.
Beautifully policed that midfield.
Had a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
To Nielsen. Now it's some... Tries a shot! And more, and more, and more! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Substitution on the field. Number 1. Mark Andre
So time for
Ter Stegen.
change, and this
Number
one has been on the
3,
cards for a little while.
Matthijs de Ligt.
Chelsea
Coming
find
on
a
the
position
field.
of real
Number
strength now.
27,
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Bastone.
Bastoni cuts out the pass.
2 added minutes
Nesta.
has been indicated.
Beckham. And it's Neymar. That's headed upfield. Oh, that's a key interception. And the whistle goes for half-time. So no shortage of thrills, no shortage of fireworks, but all very one-sided. We appear perhaps headed for a cricket score at this rate, unless there is a significant change in fortune. It is 3-0 at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 14, Johan Cruyff. Number 25.
So off we go once more.
Beckham. Number 13.
So 45 minutes to turn it round.
Coming on the field. Number 12. Nesta.
Still no way through. The
Number
defending
6,
here is resolute.
Casemiro. Number 8, Gavi.
This is promising. Romario. Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, super find. He's onside. That's good defending, very good defending. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Mbappe. And the finish! It's in! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Chelsea, and it's been given away. Brilliantly cut out. Casemiro. Gavi. Messi. Gavi. Played into space out wide. Cleared away. And that's really well manoeuvred. Denilson. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Costa Curta. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great position.
Decent hit! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Nesta getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Romario. Now that's well seen too. Gavi. So what can they make of this? Now Costa Curta. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well timed, excellent interception. Rummenigge, chance! Goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Forwards and with intent. Davids. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Romario.
Great chance! He's got a goal!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. He's had it taken off him. Bastoni calmly anticipates.
There will be 3
Costa
minutes
Curta.
added time.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. He's through here. Shot a goal! And it's in! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
It's become a case of men against boys.
To be expected, Peter.
And there goes the final whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And that gets things running. Well, there is the multifunctional Frenkie de Jong.
Yeah, he impressed me a lot, this fella. I've watched him since he was a young prospect, and I really liked what I saw, particularly in the Spanish Cup final in 2021.
Saving grace of what had been a disappointing season for the Catalans. Emphatic win that, though.
4-0, in fact, yeah, and de Jong got the second.
Yes, he did, against the men from the Basque Country. Gavi. Costa Curta. Casemiro. De Jong. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's picked out the run. Rummenigge. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. There's the hit! In he goes again! He's scored!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rummenigge. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Casemiro. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He could be in here. Rummenigge. He's picked it. Can he put it away? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Gavi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That'll be a corner. And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. Rummenigge! That is decidedly lacking.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Gavi. Luis Suarez. In with a header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
That has been cut short. Rummenigge. Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this. Costa Curta with the clearance. Oh, easy pickings there. Looking for options for movement. Casillas clears. Plays a sharp little ball here. Works it forward. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Casemiro. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
And it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Suarez. Gavi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
There will be 1 minute added time.
De Jong. Eto'o. Now that looks a decent ball. Eto'o. It's Eto'o! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Just a quick reminder.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Suarez.
And the second half gets underway.
Number 20.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Now it's Eto'o. Oh, good ball. Shots on here. Neymar.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Messi.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Rummenigge. And he skips past his man. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. It's their second corner of the game. And that has been cleared.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's a fabulous ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's through, now is he in? And here's Eto'o.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Neymar. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Rudiger did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Osimhen. He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Barcelona grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, what? Tries a shot! He scored! And they've got their lead back.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And here's Eto'o. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Keep calm and carry on.
Great chance! They've done it! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here.
And a shot! It's a goal! And what a climax we have here!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Costa Curta. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Griezmann. Now it's Eto'o. And we're done. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Big chance! Oh, that wasn't far away.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Messi. Has a shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
It's Eto'o! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Eto'o really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Barcelona grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, There's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Ericsson. And here's Mbappe. And here's Eto'o. Eto'o gets flagged offside. That has been cut short. That's really well cleared.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Here's found Rummenigge! He scores! And again they hit the front.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter...
And a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And here's Mbappe. Gavi.
Messi.
Neymar. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Neymar.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all.
Danger averted for now.
And it's Neymar. Rummenigge.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rummenigge. Maldini.
There will be 3 minutes.
Casemiro. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, great ball. Chance! And he gets rid in a hurry. De Jong. Ericsson. And now the breakaway. And the first half is done. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game.
Quick announcement, it is now
No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. That gets things going for the second half. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one... Can he put it away? Gavi. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Neymar. And here's Neymar.
Neymar really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Casemiro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rummenigge. And there's green grass ahead of him. Shot could be on. Real chance! No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Neymar. And he thumps it clear. Out for a throw. Keeper has taken decisive action. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Just about up to 75 minutes. Looking for the run. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's found the way through. Oh, look at the space here.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And here's Eto'o. Neymar. And it's Messi. That looks a good ball through. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. He's through, it's one-on-one. Messi! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And here's Eto'o. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Eto'o.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And that is as far as it goes. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.